Today, I wanted to talk about the fact that there is news today about the Trump administration having no plan to reunite kids with their families at the border. So you may recall it came out. This is actually kind of an older news story in that it came out summer of 2018 is when he actually stopped separating families officially. But apparently, it kept continuing for a while, so that's fun. Um, and then to make matters worse, it's come out recently that there were emails basically between the administration, the DHS, and the Department of Human Health and Services that reveal nobody knew where any of the families were or how to reunite them with their kids. As a stopgap measure at the end, apparently they were actually basically just using a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that was shared among all of the departments. One single spreadsheet where they tried to match up kids to families. And I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous to think that like months, even a year after the fact, the best plan that they could do, uh, put it in a spreadsheet.
I
Yeah, what
read
I
an
mean.
article about a woman who was writing names on in Sharpie on babies, and that was how
Yeah,
they were keeping
and I
families
remember
together.
at
So,
the time, there was a lot of pushback because people were saying like, well, how are you going to reunite them? How are you going to reunite them? And apparently, Trump and the DHS had been saying again and again, well, not apparently, they had been, oh, well, there's a centralized database. We're keeping track. Well, as it turns out, and this is a quote, the administration had no database with information for both parents and children and no clear way to match them. Instead, DHS and the Department of Health and Human Services were hurrying to populate a single spreadsheet with the necessary data. The stunning part for me is that there wasn't a system in place to begin with.
well,
Um,
that's what. Yeah, I guess that's where I was going. Was I wanted to say the issue is we shouldn't be separating these fucking families to begin with.
yeah, there's that. But even once the decision had been made, hey, we're going to separate these families, they didn't actually give any forethought or contemplation whatsoever to how these families would then be reunited after the legal system was done with them. Um, just zero forethought whatsoever. And even worse, apparently they had been separating kids and families for a year or more before they made the public announcement that this was going on. So there's literally thousands of kids and parents that have been parted that we have no idea if they were ever reunited. And there's still apparently today there's still something like almost 700 of them, or near 1,000. I can't remember the exact number because I saw it in a couple of different places. But basically, about 1,000 or less that are still separated from their families, and they're still just not able to figure out where they belong. So super fucked up.
What we're doing down there is should be illegal by international law. It should be seen as a crime against humanity, and the international community should be like we should be sanctioned for what we're doing down there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that it also points to a certain ineptitude and irresponsibility on the behalf of the Department of Homeland Security and the Health and Human Services and Trump's administration at large. That makes me wonder, even if we do build a wall, are they going to have enough brain cells to rub together to figure out how to accurately or correctly guard the border? I mean, and we're trusting these people with these
What do you
human
mean? It's
lives
already being
already.
built, right? I mean,
Oh
he
yeah,
said it
weeks far ahead.
160 times.
But I mean,
Weren't you
honestly,
fucking
like
listening?
we've already entrusted them with one job, which is essentially keep track of these people, and they can't even do that. And now we're expecting them to maintain a modern, security fence, essentially replete with cameras and who else knows what, with anything near competency. I severely doubt that now. Like the types of things that I hear about these departments and the Trump administration, it just if they can't even do the simple shit
Well,
now, how
who's
are they going to
going
do
and
it?
working for the fucking border patrol?
I don't know. I mean, I don't live down south, so like I don't know anybody.
Is it? Tell us in the comments below. Is it a thing down there? Uh, do normal people just, oh, I'm gonna be on the border patrol? Because I mean, it's basically like the, isn't it just the racist arm of the far right? You're no, is that's
I
too?
don't know.
Am I making too sweeping and bold of a claim? You're like, I want to distance myself from this guy.
Well, I just don't know because I mean I know like the U.S. Coast Guard, for example, ostensibly their mission is to maintain our coastlines and assist fishing vessels and things of that nature. Part of their job is also capturing Cubans, capturing drug boats, capturing other means of people entering the nations via the coastlines. So are they also the racist branch? I mean, I don't know. Like I guess like yes, they could be. If it is, then that's fucked up.
Well, the shit that we're doing to Cuba is fucked up.
Oh yeah,
What
for
we
sure.
did to Cuba the whole time was fucked up. We've caused all kinds of suffering in Cuba as a result of our policy. So yes, my answer to your question is yes.
Yeah, then I guess like maybe we should just decide like, oh, given the actions, then like yes, they are the racist arm of of the government that actually enforces the keep the brown people out.
Yeah, it's not a club that I don't fuck borders.
Yeah,
Borders
and they're
don't.
shockingly.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and they're shockingly bad at it.
Well, borders don't keep you safe. Borders make you less safe. Borders are dangerous because and this is I'm getting into anarchist philosophy here, but uh, the, the the presence of a border allows you to construct an other who you can hate and who you can war with. It's a lot harder to hate people if there's no line that we've arbitrarily drawn where on the other side of it they're conveniently othered. And so the idea when they say, "Oh well, what do you just want to have no border at all?" Yeah, that's precisely what I want. Like I want to let whoever wants to come in come in, and because there is no border crisis.
And maybe it's a bit bit obscure for the immigration discussion, but I've even entertained the thought of like a North American Union. Just screw it. Like if there's all these problems, and if they're rushing here for a better opportunity at life and for safety, like why not band together? Why not have a North American Union of Canada, the United
Yeah, well, this
States,
is what happened.
Mexico?
Remember when we were at Kirkwood, and I was watching conspiracy videos. This is what they were warning about. They were saying like, oh, it's going to be a North American Union. It's going to be the dollar is going to be gone. It's going to be the Amero, and they were selling that idea to me like it would be the worst possible outcome of a hyper authoritarian dystopian future. And now here I am 12 years later going, oh yeah, we need that.
Yeah,
It was like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Oh, because then you the some of the privileges and some of the surplus comfort and surplus luxury that we have might have to be sacrificed to raise up people who are. I just hit my guitar there. Sorry. To raise up people who are suffering, and so we don't want that.
yeah. I mean, screw it. Let's stabilize all of the Americas. Let's use our power for good, rather than for racism and elitism and creating others.